Good morning, breathers. Your cardiovascular health and your respiratory health are bound closely together. Through my breath reclamation project, through training, you can almost avoid colds and nasal congestion. You have, it's like we're sitting in the middle of this gigantic machine that we're just letting run. It's pretty smart. It runs itself for the most part. Or it's like we're at the helm of this rocket ship, or we're at the helm of this, one of my favorite cars is Corvette Stingray. We are at the helm, but we're not giving it the proper respect. So when we train our breath, which is our absolute best friend, we train ourselves to have functional breath with every breath through the nose, through the diaphragm. We have 60,000 miles of blood vessels. We have 25 trillion red blood cells, 270 million hemoglobin molecules in each cell, 4 oxygen molecules in each hemoglobin. We've got a crap ton of oxygen. And we have an amazing circulatory system. It's amazing. So why is it that we get out of breath? Why do we get panicky? Why do we have anxiety? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but through breath work, you can take control of your health. Absolutely. Your breath affects your health, and then your health affects your breath, and it's a vicious cycle. So I have a 5-week program. It takes 5 minutes, 5 times a day, 5 days a week for 5 weeks. And by the end of this program, or well before the end of the program, you will get in touch with your body. You'll be in touch with your breath and the power of your breath. There are many techniques. It just takes a little bit of desire to believe in yourself that, oh, I have more control of my health than I thought. Oh, it's more doable than I thought. I can't believe it. This stuff really works. That's what a lot of people say. And it's what I know to be the truth. You see, we are breathing 20 to 25,000 times every day. It's not like we have to take time out and go to the gym or go to the yoga mat. I mean, it's awesome to do that, and I would also encourage that. But we don't always take the time to do that. But you know what we take the time to do every day? We take the time to breathe, and it's only because we don't have a choice. But when you learn to breathe through your nose, from the diaphragm, you take control of your health. You oxygenate every cell in your body. When you breathe diaphragmatically through the nose, you feel warmth in your toes and in your fingertips. You feel more saliva building up in your mouth. And these are all indications of parasympathetic activation. You're strengthening your rest and digest and heal part of your nervous system. Dan, did you know that your saliva contains hormones? It's been studied that human growth hormone is present in your saliva just by breathing correctly, slowing down, focusing our monkey mind, our flitting monkey mind that's always planning, creating, imagining good and bad things. Um, sometimes creating stress, chronic stress. We're not meant to live in chronic stress. We're meant to live in acute stress, which is occasional stress, like when we work out. That's a stress. When we have to run a fight or flight, if we have to fight, that's a stress. And we should be able to fight, just as an aside. We don't want to, but we should be able to. So we can take control and pretty much be proof against colds, be proof against nasal congestion. It's going to happen once in a while, but it's going to happen a lot less when we breathe slow and low and through the nose. We should, and we will through this program, or if you just decide, okay, I'm just going to breathe. I'm going to do what Rich says. I'm just going to breathe through my nose. I'm going to tape my mouth at night. And to make sure, by the way, if you wake up with a dry mouth, you've been breathing through your mouth, drying out your throat and your lungs, breathing in cold air because it's not warmed, it's not moistened, it's not humidified, it's not filtered, and it hasn't been swirling through the turbinates and shooting down to your lower lobes of your lungs. It's just dry, unprotected air. So when we breathe through our nose, we gain that innate protection, that innate immunity, which is more powerful than any exterior falsely created pharmaceutical immunity. Your bodies are very smart, very intelligent. You just need to go back to the factory specs. You need to supercharge your supercharger. So when we start experimenting and start breathing through our nose, we find that we can feel, I'll call it the life force or the prana. We can feel it moving through our body. We can feel the energy in our body. We can feel the oxygen, which we have a lot of. But once we increase our amount of carbon dioxide in our blood vessels by decreasing the sensitivity to carbon dioxide, which we do through breath holds. When we gather more carbon dioxide in the bloodstream, carbon dioxide helps release the bond between the oxygen and the hemoglobin so it can go in the working cells. I mean, I keep repeating this stuff because you don't hear it too many places. What you do hear is get this drug and it has this side effect that leads to death, paralysis or death. There's no side effect through nasal breathing except health. And through the training, you will learn how to be more comfortable with carbon dioxide, your own naturally produced carbon dioxide. And of course, we produce nitric oxide in the nasal passages as well. So we get the benefit of this human chemical factory. So as we focus on our breath, The benefits accrue. The benefits are multitudinous. And then as we practice and as we continually focus, no matter what we're doing, we're getting a workout, we're getting benefit. And then when we model this to others and to our children and encourage, once we adopt this way of living, and our body adapts to the benefit, people will notice. And it's nothing that is unique to you or I, only the fact that we are doing it. We are breathing, excuse me, nasally. We are breathing primally. We're breathing like we were engineered to do. So I encourage you, hit me up. My booklet is coming out soon. It's a 25 days to optimal health. Any family members who are interested, I will give that to them for free. It's probably a couple weeks yet before it's complete. But it's just a workbook to help you keep track of your 5 minutes 5 times a day, 5 days a week for 5 weeks. And there'll be a video to watch once a week. And also there'll be a contact with me through the phone, through Facebook, or however you want to do it, once a week, so I can help coach you, help answer any questions, and you can talk about your experience. And but it really works. You become almost immune to colds and other types of respiratory infections simply by accessing the machinery that you have. 60,000 miles of blood vessels, all this blood coursing throughout your body. You can feel it moving. You can feel the carbon dioxide build up and get used to that a little bit. It's kind of like high altitude training. You can feel the carbon dioxide build up. And therefore, you know that you're getting more oxygenation to your brain, to your muscles, to your fingers, your toes, and every organ. So let's take advantage of what we've been given and work with it, because it really works. And you're doing it already. You're breathing 25,000 times a day. Take 5 minutes. Slow the heck down. Focus on that gift of life, the breath of life that we've each one been given and continually are giving. A nasal breath is a breath of life. A mouth breath is a breath of disease. So thanks, peeps. Shut your mouth. Save your life. Coach Couch out.